Thank you. Governor Christie, members of the Commission, and invited guests, thank you for allowing my wife, Sybil, and me to be here today. We truly appreciate everything this Commission is doing. This opioid epidemic has no boundaries, and I believe it is our nation's new 9/11. Our son Scott was a normal boy, growing up full of love, life for his family. When his brain started to misfire in 5th grade, not one doctor could really explain what was happening to Scott. Was it ADHD, bipolar, OCD, or something else? We tried everything. However, we never really found anything out. All the doctors did was start him on a journey of pill taking, which over time became an addiction to prescription painkillers. Scott's addiction changed his brain on psychological levels. It literally altered the way his brain worked by rewiring its fundamental structure. Addiction is a mental health issue, not a moral failing or a character flaw. We must end the stigma of addiction, as we are doing with HIV and cancer. During high school, we had to do an intervention for Scott, and we sent him to a wilderness program in the Utah desert. 9 months later, Scott then went into an aftercare transition center in Tucson, Arizona. 1 year later, Scott graduated from high school in a transition center. I remember to this day the wonderful graduation speech Scott gave, full of life, love, and appreciation to all those who had helped him. Scott was so appreciative of his recovery, he decided to become an on-site counselor, helping other youths who were suffering from addiction. Almost 3 years after Scott's intervention, Scott came home, and our family was back together again. We enjoyed doing things again, going on vacations, and just enjoying life as a family. 1 year later, or almost 4 years after his intervention, Scott took his own life on August 1st, 2010, just 2 days before his 21st birthday. He knew he was relapsing. It's crucial to realize and understand that relapse does not mean that the treatment has failed. It simply means the treatment plan needed to be readjusted. Our family is now exploring the possibility of opening a self-help, self-supported recovery home here in Northern Virginia. What this commission is doing in its final report to the President is readjusting our nation's response, focus, and solutions to this epidemic. In a letter Scott left behind, he wrote, I have not found one person who can help me out. He went on, I love you, Mom, Dad, and Ashley so much, and there's nothing you couldn't done better. I just can't stand being in my own mind. It's torture, and it hurts. And I've tried for years to get help, but nothing worked. Dad, if you can help other families from this torture I've been living with, it's you. It's now our life's mission to find solutions that will save other families from suffering like with Sybil, our daughter Ashley, and I will endure for the rest of our lives. This is why we are here today, to offer our support to this commission combating drug addiction. Our family is all in, and we want to help any way possible. We appreciate and thank all of you for what you have done, and your final report to the President has great recommendations and ideas. However, the real work is just beginning. We must educate, unite, and harness the power of the American people and the different groups and families that are out there fighting for solutions to this epidemic. Groups like the Office of National Drug Control Policy, Shatterproof, Fed Up, and the Addiction Policy Forum, just to name a few. The time is now that together all of us can make a difference and end this epidemic. Scott's final words to us were, it's hard to stop typing now, but it's time. I love you so much, and don't forget that. And please don't forget me. We won't forget Scott, for he is ever in our hearts. We won't forget today as we all rise up together and begin the journey of conquering this epidemic. Thank you. God bless all of you, and we wish you all the best.